Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my God, do we have a mess here. But guess what? This is typical, and this is of course, a green, good old John Deere tractor. And the thing I want to point out is equipment is different than anything else. It's all configured different. As you can see, there's different controls. Look where the key switch is. It's down here. Can you get to it? Yeah, you can. Where are you going to put the device? How much room do you have? I mean, there's a lot of questions to ask. Look for the path of least resistance. So when I jumped into this, first thing I noticed was that I had a panel over here and the cigarette lighter, which is great. The cigarette lighter tells me I've got a ground and I've either got constant 12 or switched ignition. I'm looking over here at the symbols. Well, this is for lighting on this machine. The center one is for the hazard beacon or the yellow flashing beacon on top. Now, I metered this out, It's a center switch, right? So as I metered this out, I found my red was constant 12, and I went ahead and used the ground that went with it. I checked the ground with the key on, with the key off, with the light on, light off. No change hardly in the resistance at all. It passed a continuity test. So there's that. My cigarette lighter, a lot of times today it's hard to do ignition on a lot of these machines, and you're almost better off not doing it if you don't know what you're doing, just doing a constant 12 and a ground. But I found that when you turn the key on, the cigarette lighter is hot. When you turn the key off, it's dead at 12 volts. This is not a 24-volt system. So I've got ignition on right there. It's colored red, so don't let colors confuse you. There's a ground right there. We're all good. Something else I found, and this is on a lot of these machines, when you see blanks like this, that means that there's a gap behind it. I've got enough room here to put all my extra cabling and everything else. I also found a bolt to use for ground on this. So with all this being said, the bottom line is I'll be able to put my device with all the cabling in here. I can trim it down if I need to. I don't need to on this install. I've got my fuses bundled up. Everything's going to go nice and neat inside. And if you look at the back of this, all I have is, there's nothing on this. On this, all I have are these 3 switches on top, and there's like a little junk box that goes in this hole right here, which is actually, it's not even a junk box. It's just a panel to fill the hole. And there's nothing behind it. So all this is going to close up nice and neat. Everything is zip tied together. And that's pretty much it. So, again, when you run into a machine that you're not sure about, you don't know where to start, again, looking for the obvious, well, there's that key switch. But don't be afraid to pop stuff out. And I didn't need any special tools or fasteners to get this out. So what I'm going to do is, when all this is done and over with, I'm going to just hide. I can put my box in here with my bundle and have it facing up. And because I'm in a glass cab, this is going to have a great GPS signal. There's a little bit of metal, but everything's going to work fine in this. I'm going to make sure this is secure inside. And that's pretty much it. And that's it to doing machinery. So you have to think your way through it. Don't be intimidated by all the panels and everything that's in there. The stuff all comes out. Just work easy and carefully, and you'll be good to go. So there you go. Big green 2022 John Deere tractor. Enjoy.